Tractor beams have been a staple of science fiction for almost 100 years. They go all the way back to the work of Amazing Stories magazine and E.E. Smith's classic Spacehounds of IPC, the serials of 1931. They're a metaphor for all of science fiction in that they look to extend our reach beyond what's physical and bring that which we can only imagine closer and within our grasp. And while tractor beam gameplay already has a presence in the Persistent universe, work is currently underway bringing its full potential into the hands and spacecraft of the Stanton system, with the next step forward happening in the upcoming Alpha 319.
Okay. All right, I'm excited about this. We want more gameplay elements. We definitely, things are being added. I like it. I'm seeing the progress. I know we've hit this literal brick wall in the technology with server meshing. I get it. I know we're concerned about Pyro going out ahead of all the work that needs to be done with server meshing. Some would say they're putting the cart before the horse. I understand. But I'm still happy that we're seeing other areas having work being done. Good. Okay. Right.
The current state of the tractor beam is already in a really fun and fitting
stability
state.
Right.
Especially when the tractor beam was released, people got really creative with stacking boxes, creating obstacles for
Wait
each
till that
other.
haul hits. Wait till that haul
coming
hits.
up with very interesting ideas of systemic multiplayer action, like who can destroy the ship and steal as many boxes, like team versus team situation. Or you could even use the grabbed objects as harm, so snap them on someone else's person head, and then
you fell for the oldest trick in the book.
Unconscious. So tractor beams in live game currently are able to move cargo crates onto your cargo grid. So it's fitting the concept of you having a handgun that can do the box interactions, and there's still the grapple mechanic that you can use. So you can pull yourself towards ships or towards bigger objects, heavier objects, to traverse a bit easier in Zero G. The limitations are that it is very it cannot interact with any items yet. It's just there for boxes, for unconscious bodies or dead bodies.
Do you intend for it to be for unconscious bodies?
I think it's intended to be for unconscious bodies, yes.
I think it is. Yes. Something very disturbing about that. Yes, I think it is. Yes.
So where do we want to take tractor beams? We would like to introduce more variances to the FPS tractor beam that you're seeing. So right now you only have the multi-tool that has the tractor beam attachment. So we would like to have a dedicated tool, maybe even upgraded version to the tractor beam attachment.
This is the beauty of what is happening here. Okay, this is what people don't understand. We are going to continually see this type of work being done on all equipment, all around the board. And this is what I love about Star Citizen. How you get into this minutia depending upon what career you're choosing, and then having this huge learning curve that you have to go down. That's fun. That is fun and intuitive. And you don't learn because you're getting 50,000 tips on telling you what to do, and you're not button smashing, and you're not doing everything that the kiddos do. And can I get an amen?
Yes, sir. Can I get an amen?
It's adult time. Welcome to DG360.
So you might have heavier lifting tractor beam attachment for the multi-tool.
Amen.
So we would really like to dive into more
Fortnite, dude.
Itemization
No more Fortnite.
for the tractor beam.
It's a new era.
Basically have
What's up, Limitless?
Believable that you have a big tractor beam to move like very heavy and very big objects, rather than you just have your tiny handgun that you move like 36 square cubic meter boxes around or something like that. There's also the tractor beam in regards to the salvage gameplay. So you have on the salvage ships, like the Reclaimer and the Vulture, you have the functionality.
I like that when he says salvage. I like that when he says salvage, it sounds like savage. He's like, savage ship. It's a savage ship. God damn right it is.
Now look at
What's up,
this.
Wooks? That's right. He says, for the price of one sub, you can feed DG. Thank you. Yes. Yes. Thank you for feeding me. You are keeping me alive, Wooks.
To pull in debris. And then in the future, once the salvage feature is progressing, you will be able to munch those pieces and create like additional
Savagely.
resources out of
You
that.
will be
For
able
the
to munch them
extractor beams,
savagely.
there are basically two things that we would like to see. There's
What's up,
A,
Yurt?
the
Welcome to the fam, bro. Welcome to the fam, man. He's one more than leaked. Wow.
concept of remote turrets. So something that its
And
full
Bodhi,
purpose is
right.
to
And Bodhi, professional.
basically help the systems that the ship itself has. For example, on the Starfarer, a tractor beam that is able to
There we go.
bring in the
There
mining
we
pods
go.
from the
There
from
we
the
go.
prospector.
And that was the thumbnail. And that is the thumbnail. We need this right here. Watch. Here, I'm going to be like this. Watch. This is what we do as YouTubers. Ready? Get ready. Here, everybody act surprised. Congratulations. You're part of the thumbnail. Congratulations. It looks like we got fingers, Tripal, and Futz in that thumbnail. Thank you. Thank you for... Can I get some applause for those three for being in the thumbnail? You guys made the thumbnail cut. Congratulations. You made the thumbnail cut.
Beam that is able to bring in the mining pods from.
I'm very
from
happy
the,
about this. I'm
from
very
the
happy,
prospector,
though, on the
or
real.
detach the fuel pods from the fuel pod socket, so you could exchange them, or for example, for the hull variances,
Coop,
that
this
you
is
have
good,
a
you're
remote
right, dude.
tractor beam that is able to detach the cargo boxes from the
Oh.
basically cargo hold.
Oh, my God, yes. You hear that tingle? You hear that tingle? That's the tingle in my schmingle. Watch out. The no-no spot is getting very excited.
Holding plates on the hull series
No,
ships.
it's too
And
bad,
then
Fletch. You
there's,
missed it.
additionally, the concept of
You got to always
the
watch.
not remote tractor beam, but the,
Never
the
stop
fully
watching my show.
like ship-driven tractor beam, if so to say, which is more the active one. So
Wow, wow,
best
wow,
example
wow,
there's
wow,
the SRV,
wow,
for
wow,
example,
wow,
that
wow.
has its
You seeing that? Were you seeing that, Futz? Did you see that, dude? Are you watching this? Are you? Oh my God! Watch out! It's gonna be. Oh, it's getting a little too much. It's getting a little too much. What the? Oh, whoa! There's a clean up on aisle 5, please.
example. There's the SRV, for example, that has its full purpose to be to tow ships. So you basically have a stranded ship
and
that you
this is
attach
hitting
to
so
and then
good
move around.
right now.
But
This is hitting
what we also
so
want to
good
have
right
there
now.
is
All the Argos.
some ships.
All the Argos should be tugboats and have like the strongest capabilities for tractor beams. And man, this is it. This is the jam. This is the jam of wham. This is what I've been waiting for right here.
might have indirect
These savage
remote
beams.
turret,
Savage
or
beams.
indirect remote version of a tractor beam, which is more the let's say
Sick.
aggressive version. So
You
it's
hush your mouth,
more
Dick.
in combat scenario. You have a situation that someone tries to flee, and you just use the tractor beam
Well, I'm
to
there,
hold
man.
that
This
person
is
in place,
awesome.
so
Wait.
that that person cannot escape.
Wait, this is badass. This here. That's hilarious, man. Wow.
You can actually pull it in to grab your bounty. An additional feature that we also see in the future is combining the beams. So you are able to, like, not only one player, once it attaches to a box, that only that player is able to move the box, but like have maybe people targeting the same
And
box and fighting over the
4.20.
box.
That's when we
or
get the
even,
anal
like,
probes.
the body.
4.20.
And then being able to move that around. Maybe even the FPS devices are so big that it is like you at least could be able to grab a small Aurora or Nox or something.
They're gonna need the physics. They're gonna need to upgrade on physics for this. They're gonna need to make it feel very real. We need better flight experiences in order for this to happen. Better physics in order for this to happen. You know, I get it. Just let me be excited. I know I can hear the comments right now. I understand. There's gonna be people who are like, "Come on, DG," but come on, let me be happy about this. Okay, let me be happy about this. You know. I didn't come into this project to like continually bang my head up against the wall. Sometimes that happens, right? Sometimes we find ourselves in that spot while we're in this journey, right? Let me be happy. I mean, like, I'm from the very beginning. Can I just be happy, right? It's so hard to be happy about things these days. All these content creators telling you to be mad all the time, man. Sometimes I just want to be happy. Can I get an amen? Can I just get an amen? Can I just get an amen? I just want to be happy. Just let me be happy. Is it okay? No, it's not okay, Pepe. It's not.
Something small, so it's like it makes sense that you are able to grab that tiny vehicle or tiny ship.
Awesome. Just happy fingers. That's it.
With the future being somewhere out there, let's actually
kind of
talk
man,
about
you know
what we have in plan for 319. We are actually working on the entire tractor beam thing in regards to the SRV. But one thing that we noticed while working on it is that we actually have one thing that we could split out and actually bring to you a bit earlier than anticipated. And this feature is basically item stripping. So you detach items from certain ports, or you or more use in like riddles that are done by the level design teams.
Once the vehicle is soft dev or unlocked, you're gonna be able to, with a tractor beam, find all the good guns and modules like shield generators or life supports or whatever, detach them, put them on your ship, or put them in your cargo hold, and sell them later, or use them.
So you will use your multi-tool, the very buffed version of the multi-tool, to be detaching those weapons where there is a new weight limit that the multi-tool can now exceed. There's a new volume that the multi-tool can now exceed to allow you to detach at least like a majority of the items. There might be items hidden behind
with a common denominator.
Thank you, Tech. We are the common denominator, dude. Dudes, none of this would be happening without the belief of the hardcore people that have been here through this entire journey. The people who have been here through the very beginning of this, who have been rooting for this, who have been trying to do their best to stay rooted and stay in this happy. It's, dudes.
Yes, sir. You're not gonna hate me.
This project would have been dead a long time ago if it wasn't for the hardcore few that unified and said, you know what? Okay, I want this to become a reality. And those are the people, man. Those are my brothers and sisters right there. Those are my brothers and sisters. I know it can be hectic. It can be chaotic out there. You can hear a whole bunch out there that's going to tell you differently. I get it. But damn, it feels good to believe. Damn, it feels good to be here. There is progress. Thank you very much, Gator.
Bring it down hard.
And sometimes you gotta be positive.
Dance off, bro.
Thank you for going. That damn right. Make your dreams come true. Right. It's a perfect assortment of alerts going on right here. You guys are killing it with the alerts right now. Thank you very much.
like walls that for sure you will not be able to detach.
You're gonna hear so many people say
sockets,
so many bad things.
All the items that are visible, and especially the internal components that are
it's going to
size
happen.
0, size 1, and size 2, you will be able to detach from their socket. And if you have a spare, for example, sitting around next to you,
are
can
so
easily
right,
exchange
Coob.
them.
Coob
If you
is
have
right.
a shield generator and you notice for
like,
the
DG's gonna
situation
love
that
this. I
I'm
love it.
right now in, it's not good enough, so you can take your
This is
your
amazing.
multi-tool, grab it, pull it out of
This
the
is
socket, and
such an upgrade.
grab the other one that you have, which might be suiting for the situation
This is
better.
such a
and then
cool
just
upgrade.
Pop it in and voila,
I
you
love
just
it.
changed
Love
your
it.
shield
Love
generator
it.
on the fly.
Stackable modules. Boom, snap it right in with the tractor beam. Thank you very much. Digging it, loving
Weapons,
it.
since they're on the outside,
Loving
we allow
this.
you to detach
This
any
is
weapon that
great.
matches the metrics. So I think
They're
right
giving
now
us a
the
present.
biggest that you can pop out of
They're
the
giving us
socket
a
are
present.
size 5 or size 6. Depends a bit
And still you're going to hear people, still you're going to hear content creators upset. Still you're going to hear that. Those clickety clacks, they need your clicks, they need your clacks. They need to they need to make those bucks so they can stacks, you know? Yeah, like just I hope you guys are just like keeping very rational about everything, you know? Like there's some goods, there's some bads, but sometimes you just got to focus on the goods because there's not a lot of people saying anything good. You just got to focus on this. You got to be positive.
on the shape, because we have different masses and different volumes for the different shapes of the different types that we have. So it's a bit dependent there, but what is important to us on the tractor beam are synergies. And what synergies we have is, or we will have with this feature, a way to restock yourself. Like not restocking with physical ammunition, like you have from your ballistic cannons, but at least from missiles.
You can potentially find a ship that's sub-dev or like fully destroyed that has the same time of missile. And you can grab those missiles, attach to your own ship, and use them like in a future fight.
In a multi-crew scenario, you can have a friend sitting around with their Cutlass Black full of missiles, and you just take it out of their backside and refill your ship.
With Pyro, obviously, it would be much more interesting because there's like a more limited shop supplies and all of that. But even right now, it's like a pretty valuable option because a lot of those components are actually pretty expensive.
What we also will allow you to do is strip the items off alive ships, but to prevent other players from randomly stealing you the items, we will lock that behind a certain functionality. So right now the discussion is that we will have an unlock key binding that you press, and then you basically allow the items to be detached from their socket. So you press the button, and then anyone in your ship or anyone around the ship can then detach the items, either use them on a different ship, on the same ship again, or sell them for profit.
During the Go No Go, there was like a...
And you know they're going to have to be careful because I can guarantee you in the first few iterations of this, you're going to have people putting on and off missiles, and those missiles are going to be like... you know, like you got your tractor beam and you're trying to push a missile onto a wing, you know what I mean? You're going to have a lot of that. So you're going to see that, okay? Just remember, it's the first iteration, it's baby phase, because you're going to see that. Then you're going to see everybody jump on that bandwagon. Then there'll be like 50 videos about, oh, look at this update. Now missiles are blowing up my ship. They're going to have to figure out how to, like, you know, maybe armed versus unarmed, you know, or the weaponry. Perhaps the weaponry can be in an unarmed state until you get in the ship, and then arm it by turning on the ship. I don't know. There's probably going to have to be some type of like tweak that they're going to need to do for that. There's going to be a lot of videos out there that are going to try and make you feel unhappy about this, but this is a very good thing. Okay, just keep that in mind. This is a hugely positive thing for industrials, PvEers, PvPers, all around the board. Pirates, haulers, all around the board here. Like, this is just magical good news all around the board. All around the board.
Comment that...
Yeah, exactly, Futz. You know, this is another thing you're going to see. Futz. Good thing.
There's a potential exploit if the parts are too expensive. The exploit is that you can spawn your own ship, claim it, and then sell the parts of it, and then reclaim it, and then kind of do this loop. It will be counted as a crime right now, I think, but it's...
They're trying to figure out the
exploits. So that's
right.
something that's being discussed right now.
Right, so they're discussing all the exploits. That's
also
good.
the synergy with... which ties in very nicely with the mining update that we have been talking about already last time.
It could be limitless.
Like, you can exchange the mining head on the fly. Not only the mining head, you will be able to detach and attach.
Like that's a great question. Limitless says, who thinks they will actually use this for ship outfitting in the future? And I think that you'll find this for large operations. You're going to have people that are paid to go around and fit all the ships for the ops that you're planning as an organization. I think that's what you'll see. I think that you'll have like an area that you can claim that's your land, and you know, in that area you're going to be able to hoard all goods because of persistence, and you'll be able to dole out your inventories to different ships that you have, different payloads. And you know, you're just going to have people that are doing that, you know, and that enjoy that walk around and just like, you know, that are going to outfit ships, have a good time. Like it's a viable thing, I think.
But also the sub items attached to the mining head. So if you have, for example, a brand module that just depleted and you have a spare one with you, just grab your tractor beam, pull it out of the cargo hold and attach it again to the mining head. So you restocked your brand module, for example. Not only we have the synergy now for the mining, but also for refueling. So if you have a Starfarer that has fuel pods and they are empty, and You just stumbled over an NPC or another player that has a fully filled.
Dude, these ships, to be able to salvage and take these things apart like this in such a manner is going to be hugely profitable. Now that we have soft death introduced, and now that we're having this introduced, man, this is a whole new game. This is a whole new game. Again, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it.
Starfare, you either negotiate to buy one of their fuel pods to get it over and attach it to your ship, or you find another way to actually get the fuel pod with the fuel inside and attach it to your Starfarer, and voila. Yeah, the Starfarer that is now able to refuel other players without you paying any money for the fuel that you, or maybe you paid a bit of money for it to be attached to your ship.
We also have some quality of life stuff.
We will
so
get
if
it
you have a
going.
gun and you move your mouse left, right, the gun will rotate this way always. Before rotating is very tricky. Now it's a bit more intuitive, at least from my perspective.
Because we also did salvage with the same concept as we did mining with the sub-items and so on. Yes, you will also be able to detach the sub-items on the salvage head or the salvage head in the future itself and exchange the modules as you like and as needed.
Some like broccoli in my teeth.
So
or
this
something.
is the next step we will take with the tractor beam for 319, and there are more to come. What I'm personally looking forward to the most is how it actually ties in with all the other systems, and I think that is also the most joy that I already get with this release for 319, which is how it already well interacts with the refueling that we did, with the mining update, because there we talked about how important it is now that the items are fitting the rocks, and now it is like even in our QATR or in our internal playstations, we now have a fully stacked Cutlass Black with all the mining heads there, and we just swap them out regularly, and it's really fun. It feels like this is how it's supposed to be.
Oh, Red, this is one of the best episodes this year. Red, how you doing?
Menu gameplay, it's like real, it's physical. You have your tractor beam in your hand, you have the item lying in front of you, you pull out the item from the socket and you attach the new one. So I'm really looking forward to what you will come up with. So right now we are not trying to limit it too much. We might reconsider that.
And that's good. And that's a good thing. Can I get an amen for that? Because, you know,
Can I get an amen?
the only limits that will be placed on this will be obviously the exploits, and they will be discussed and planned out, and I think they'll nip that in the bud relatively quickly, okay? So this style of gameplay is going to open up quite a lot of avenues for all your different careers, which is wonderful, and I have to applaud them for this. This is nice. I dig it. And I really like this episode.
Once we see you like bringing havoc to our game, but for now, yeah, once 319 is out there,
Absolutely, Tech.
be creative, destroy the world, whatever.
Right. Don't put limits. Right. This is the secret and why Star Citizen is going to own it. It's going to be the best game ever. And there's like, they're trying to make this a true sandbox MMO experience without too many limitations. And when you have that, you have a recipe for success.
So what did we learn this week? Well, we learned that tractor beams will add additional functionality to the salvage gameplay that came online in Alpha 3.18,
More than just salvage.
as well as new mining improvements arriving in 3.19. That its scope will continue to expand into better cargo and vehicle options in the releases beyond that. And that now is definitely the winter of our Torsten content. Because he's done like 3 episodes in 5 weeks. 4 if you count SCL. I owe that guy a beer. 2 for the bad Shakespeare pun I just did. And remember, for continuing updates on the post-launch status of Alpha 3.18, keep an eye on the robertsspaceindustries.com website for details. For Inside Star Citizen, I'm Jared
Cool
Huckabee.
episode.
We'll see you all here next
Cool episode.
week.
I liked last week's episode even with Elliot. When Elliot was here watching with us, that was awesome.
You've seen people say that we rely too heavy on beam gameplay. That everything's a beam.
Oh, yeah.
Salvage is a beam.
Yeah.
Mining is a beam.
Actually, we internally talk
Movie
about
is a fucking beam. What do you say to people who say that we're beam citizen?
They are right.
Use it.
That's funny. Good. They're lighthearted about it. They should be, man. They're working hard. Like people are not giving them enough credit. They've got some serious issues ahead of them. We are in the serious work phase, ladies and gentlemen. We have gotten here. And first, we have to applaud that. First, we have to be positive and realize this is a momentous time in the journey where we have finally hit that wall of, is this game going to be possible? In the meantime, they're going to work on other gameplay elements, but we are now at that holy shit moment where like the rubber meets the road and we have to do the work that's needed so that we have the experience that we want. And that's where we're at. And it took us a long time to get here, but we should think about this a slightly different way than most people out there. We should think about this positive because we have been trying to work towards this for many, many, many moons, and we are here. So anyway, I love this episode. This is great. If you are here live with me, we are going into after party mode. I'm very excited about that. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you very much. Don't forget to press the like button, perhaps push the join button and support us financially so that I can eat and continue to live, thrive, and make content for you. Thank you. Now let's get to the party mode and let's do it.